When I chose the novels to read for this class, I took several things into consideration. One was, are they classics, and how do they contribute to the monster genre? And of course, Frankenstein fit into that because he is, Frankenstein's creature is one of the most famous monsters in the world. But selfishly speaking, I also chose that novel because I'm extremely familiar with it, having written my master's thesis on it. To me, Frankenstein is a deeply rich piece of work that the symbolism is just proliferate throughout the book. As a matter of fact, in this class, because we are centered in on the monster aspect, we barely even scratch the surface of the symbolism in Frankenstein. Now, I chose Dracula, again, because it is a milestone, or it is the prototype for vampire movies and books that came after it. However, Dracula does not have the depth that Frankenstein has. There is not a lot of symbolism in the novel. There is a lot, again, prototypes of later vampires, but there's not that really rich depth of symbolism that you find in Frankenstein. I also chose both of these novels because they're free. They are online, and a student can go to a bookstore if he or she wants a written copy and pick one up for not very much money, because I know how much texts cost, and I try to save my students money whenever I can. So having said that, I am finding that in reading Dracula, there just isn't as much that I can put out there as far as the symbolism goes, like I was able to in Frankenstein. And that's not from a lack of reading Dracula and understanding it, but just because Bram Stoker is not the writer that Mary Shelley was. He was not trying to impress upon his audience deep moral teachings or using the symbolism. Is Stoker trying to put moral teachings or instruct his readers in morality? Yes, but not, or ethics, whichever you want to call it. Yes, he is, but on a much simpler scale than was Shelley. And so having said that, I find that when I am presenting and making lessons for Dracula, they are pretty much confined to how does Count Dracula in this book and Van Helsing and the actions of the people who are infected by the Count, how do they affect later tales? And this is fine, because that's what this class is about, tracing the evolution of monsters. And so we have gone from Lamia and Lilith and revenants into this very classical rendition of modern vampires. And so as such, this week I'm just pretty much going to talk about action in the different chapters, and then ask you some questions or to pose questions that you will answer on the discussion board. So I'm going to stop this video right here and then go on to the various chapters. So get ready.